Do you really believe it's over between you and him? What if I told you the distance, the silence, even the heartbreak was part of something sacred? Something guided by the heavens. The angels have whispered your name tonight, and their message from the angels is clear. Reconciliation is not only near, it's calling you. But there's one thing you must awaken within yourself first. Just listen, don't rush away. Let me speak to your heart now. It started when the light shifted, subtly, quietly. Your energy connected to his again, just like a thread stretching across time. And you felt it, didn't you? That sudden ache, that dream that brought his face back, the music that played when you were thinking of nothing at all. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. A message from the angels today that the bond still lives, and it's preparing to return. But wait, and this is where it gets deeper. This isn't just about him. It's about you. The angels are not just reuniting hearts, they're awakening souls. And your soul, beloved one, is being asked to rise. There is a reason you're hearing this now. A divine nudge to remember your power, your purpose, your part in this story. He's coming, but only if your heart is open in the right way. There's still something hidden, a choice you haven't made, a forgiveness you've postponed. That's why this message from the angels is reaching you in this moment. Because you're ready. More than you know, you're being guided to release what no longer serves the new version of this love. And when you do, what's been blocked begins to flow. The divine realm works in layers. And while you've been healing, so has he. Not in the same way, but in the only way he knows how. Still, he's been feeling that magnetic pull, that whisper in the soul only love can create. The angels are showing me. His heart is not cold. It's confused. But you, woman of light, are the key. Don't close this message. This might be the exact sign you prayed for last night, or the one you silently begged for as tears fell in silence. This is your message from the angels right now, not just for comfort, but for clarity. You are being chosen to shift the energy between you. And that begins in you, not in him. Now take a deep breath and ask yourself, what am I still carrying that doesn't belong in the future I want? Because that's the portal, love. The angels told me, when she lets go of the old identity, the one that felt rejected, abandoned, she makes room for what's truly hers. He can't come back if he's still trying to reach the version of you that no longer exists. The reunion is closer than it seems. But are you prepared to receive it without the fear of losing it again? That's the invitation. That's the mystery. And if you're still with me now, it means your soul has already said yes. The rest is just remembering. Let's keep going because what I'm about to share next may be the key to unlocking it. Before I reveal what the angels showed me next, ask yourself, are you already subscribed to the channel? Because if not, you could miss the next divine message meant only for you. Subscribe now, not for me, but for you, so the angels never miss a moment to speak directly to your heart. You're not alone. Not now. Not ever. Your guides are closer than your breath, and they've been placing messages in your path all week. In feathers, numbers, songs, and now here. Through this voice, through this screen. This message from Angels Pick a Card Energy has chosen you. Let go of the need to control how it happens. Just prepare your energy for when it does. The angels are aligning conversations, moments, and chances. Don't resist the unexpected. What you thought was the end was just divine timing reshaping the beginning. He's remembering you, but will he recognize the woman you've become? There's something else, and it's important. The angels keep repeating it. You must speak your truth. Don't shrink to fit what you think he needs. Love doesn't ask you to be smaller. It asks you to be real. And this next encounter will test that. But you'll pass. Because you've grown. He'll feel it. The moment he sees you, something in him will pause. Not because of your words, but because of your light. That's what this message from your Angels Oracle cards is all about. Reclaiming the soul essence that drew him to you in the first place. The part of you that wasn't afraid to love out loud. And you'll feel it too. The nervous joy. The sacred knowing. But stay grounded. Don't cling. Don't force. Let the divine do what it does best. Orchestrate the timing. You only need to prepare the space within you. That's the true meaning of surrender. If your heart has started to beat faster, that's no accident. Your soul is remembering this truth. Let it. Let yourself be held in this energy. In the quiet of your spirit, repeat, I am ready to receive the love aligned with my highest path. Then breathe and trust. This was not a random video. This is a love message from the angels designed to reach you today, to awaken the part of you that never stopped believing, and maybe to gently call back the heart that never truly left you. If these words have stirred something deep, leave a like so the angels know you're listening. They respond to energy, and your simple act of presence creates space for even more light to enter. Your angels, your protectors, they are weaving your future now. Each step, each feeling, each release, sacred. If you've been wondering if you'll ever love again the way you once did, the answer is yes. But not from the same version of you. You're no longer the woman who waits. You're the woman who knows. And from that knowing, you call him back. Not with desperation, but with divine certainty. The energy of reunion starts within you. That is the Cross message from the angels you were meant to hear. And this story is still unfolding. You've felt it from the first word. The angel beside you is still whispering. But what they show me next is something I'll only reveal in the next message. You've allowed me to walk with you this far, and for that, the light around you is already shifting. Because when you open your heart to listen, the divine begins to move even faster. Your willingness to receive this message from the angels creates a sacred exchange, and I want to honor that by showing you what else has just been revealed. But first, check gently. Are you already subscribed to this channel? That small action is like opening a spiritual door, giving your angels more ways to reach you in perfect time. And while you're here, if this message has already touched you in some way, a like helps the energy flow. It's not just digital, it's spiritual alignment. Every little gesture of openness creates ripples in your field. Let your guides know you're here, listening, awakening. There's more the angels are urging me to share. Last night, in silence, I received a vision. A soft golden light wrapped around two souls, standing apart but facing each other. The space between them was full of unsaid words, of time lost, and yet there was peace. Not finality, peace and pause. That's where you are now, in the pause before destiny turns its next page. But you're not waiting anymore. You're becoming. The energy you carry now is not the energy from the day he left. It's wiser, softer, but stronger. And he will feel that difference, not in your voice, but in your vibration. That's what this message from the angels right now is about. Not begging for his return, but radiating in your wholeness so deeply that he finds his way back by the light you shine. There's something you may not know. He's also been asking the universe for a sign. He may not use the word angels. He may not even understand why your name keeps surfacing, but it does. It echoes. In the quiet moments, in random places, in dreams he can't quite explain. That's not longing. That's spiritual pull. And it's working both ways. Your heart is remembering more than just the past. It's recognizing the future. But only if you're willing to release the timeline you had in mind. Because divine love doesn't move on command. It moves when the energy is pure. And your angels are saying, you're almost there. Don't rush what heaven is preparing. Heaven sees what you can't. Conversations being had in your name. Regrets forming like clouds. Love, still alive, reshaping itself into something even more honest. This message from Angels Tarot isn't just about feelings. It's about soul contracts. What you two agreed to long before this lifetime. And one part is still unfulfilled. That's why the pull hasn't gone away. That's why your spirit won't fully let go. Because there's one final encounter meant to bring either healing or reunion. And the angels are asking, can you hold space for both? Without demanding one or fearing the other. You're being prepared for a sacred moment, and it's closer than you think. But preparation doesn't look like waiting. It looks like expansion. It looks like trusting your intuition over your fears. It means allowing a love message from the angels to soften what life hardened. Take another breath. Yes, right now. You're not imagining the signs. They're real. You've been visited, guided, loved through this entire journey. even in the silence. Especially in the silence. Your angels don't speak loud. They speak with presence. And right now, they're here. There's something else I must tell you. I wasn't going to, but the energy shifted. Your angels want you to know there is a decision approaching. One that could either reopen a door or close it forever. Don't make it from your wounds. Make it from your wisdom. And that wisdom is already in you. It's in your tears, your dreams, your intuition that won't shut up. It's in how you've changed. And yes, you've changed. More than you give yourself credit for. He'll see it. But more importantly, you must see it first. He'll return when the energy allows it. But what will he find? The woman who waited? Or the woman who awakened? That's your work now. To choose the version of you that doesn't just attract love, but sustains it. That's what the message from your angels is inviting you into. Don't be afraid to reimagine what your love story looks like. Maybe it won't be like before. Maybe it will be better, deeper, clearer, more divine. But only if you're brave enough to let go of the old version of the dream. The angels can't pour into a cup already full of fear. So make room. In your thoughts, in your body, in your schedule. Make space for something sacred to surprise you. The next message from the angels today may come in a form you don't expect. A text, a dream, a shift in energy. Be open. I know part of you wonders, what if he doesn't come back? And to that, the angels whisper, then someone even more aligned will. This journey isn't about him alone. It's about your heart, your healing, your expansion, and the love that returns when you return to yourself. That's why your angels are guiding you now. Through this message, through this timing, through this exact moment where your heart said yes to healing, even if your mind was unsure. That's all it takes. A yes. And heaven begins. You are not chasing. You are choosing. And from that sacred choice, the past and future begin to rearrange themselves in your favor. Stay with me, because what's coming next is something I never expected to see. And yet, it's here, already forming around you. This is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of something written long before you were born, and I'm just here to help you remember. He'll remember you too. Just not the version he left behind. He's coming back to someone new. And what you do now shapes what happens when he does. Do you feel like something is pulling you back to someone even though everything seemed over? What if I told you it's not just your heart speaking, but a divine signal echoing through the heavens? Let me whisper something to your soul. Tu crois que c'est fini entre vous deux? Echoed. That story between you and him, it's not finished. At least not yet. There's something the angels are urgently trying to reveal. And if you stay with me just a little longer, you'll understand why your heart still beats a little faster when you think of him. It started when I saw a vision of a golden thread, still connecting two hearts, despite the silence, the distance, the pride. Yes, yours and his. And just as I was about to look away, the angel leaned closer and whispered something unexpected. She thinks it's over, but we're working behind the scenes. That's when I knew someone needed to hear this. You've been carrying questions in your chest. You've been trying to move on, convincing yourself that what you had was just a chapter. But why, even after all this time, does the memory still follow you? Why do your dreams keep placing him there, again and again? What the angels showed me made it clear. There's more to this story than you've been told. And it's not just hope speaking. It's divine timing, angelic guidance, sacred restoration. But there's a key detail you must know. Reconciliation isn't always automatic. Heaven can open the path, but there's something you must align within yourself first. I'll tell you exactly what the angel revealed, but first, take a second to check. Are you already subscribed here to receive these prophetic insights when they come? If not, now's the time, so you don't miss your next sign. Now, breathe. Listen closely. Because this message isn't general, it's specific. It's for you. The angels are gathering around you, trying to get your attention. They've been leaving signs, numbers, songs, dreams, names, but you keep brushing them off as coincidence. Beloved soul, there's no such thing as just coincidence when heaven is involved. The angel showed me the image of a heart that was bruised, but still beating for someone who walked away. A a heart that had forgiven in silence, hoping to be remembered. Is this you? Have you been holding space for him, even while pretending you've moved on? The angels want you to stop pretending, at least with yourself. They see your ache, and it matters. I saw a name in light, his name, followed by the word, awakening, and then I understood. There's something stirring in his spirit, something he hasn't yet confessed even to himself. But the angels are working to awaken what has long been asleep. That love, it didn't die. It was buried under layers of fear and ego. But now, the veil is thinning. And I need you to hear this. There is a moment coming, very soon, when his heart will be open to hearing what he has been avoiding. But heaven says, you must prepare yours first. Not with pride, not with conditions, but with clarity and courage. The kind of courage that dares to love again, without fear of loss. Can you feel it? That inner tremble when you imagine facing him again? That's not fear. That's your soul remembering who you were when you were with him, before the pain. And yes, healing is part of the path. But restoration, that's the destiny the angels are pointing toward. Gently, but clearly. Don't miss it. You might be tempted to test the signs. To say, if he comes back, then I'll know. But the angel asks, can you trust the process before the evidence? Because reconciliation is built in the invisible first, within you, in the way you release resentment, in the way you choose love again, not just for him, but for yourself. And while you listen to this, somewhere his soul is stirring. He may not even know why you keep coming to his mind, but it's happening. And the angel says, her readiness is the spark that will trigger his return. This is why your inner work matters so much now, not tomorrow. Now. So forgive deeply, not to excuse, but to cleanse. Cleanse the energetic ties that were wounded so that when he does approach, you can meet him not as the version of you that was hurt, but as the version that is healed. This is the part you must do. This is the something the angels are pointing to. You're not alone in this. Divine love is surrounding you. Angels are literally standing beside your bed at night, watching over your dreams, aligning his thoughts with yours. But they can't force what you're not ready to receive. That's why you're here. This message is part of your preparation. If your heart has been stirring while you've been listening, that's not just emotion. That's spiritual confirmation. When the divine speaks, it vibrates within your soul. It aligns with your longing. And even now, your energy is shifting. You're remembering what you once dreamed and daring to believe again. Somewhere deep in his spirit, he misses you. Not just the version of you from the past, but the true essence he connected with. That's what makes this reconciliation sacred. It's not about repeating the past. It's about returning to what was real, before fear disguised itself as pride. Have you ever wondered why every other connection pales in comparison? It's not obsession. It's recognition. Soul recognition. And while the world may call it a coincidence, the angel calls it a contract. One not yet fulfilled. One that still breathes between both of you, despite the silence. Now, let your heart soften. The more you resist feeling, the longer the healing takes. But when you surrender, the divine moves faster than logic can understand. And that's where miracles happen. Silent ones. Sacred ones. Like the moment when he decides, seemingly out of nowhere, to reach for you. When that happens, and it will, you'll remember this moment. You'll remember that an angel came to whisper, prepare her. And you'll know, with certainty, that none of this was random. It was orchestrated, from the very beginning. And you were always meant to find your way back to this truth. If you're still here, your soul already knows this isn't just a message. It's a calling. And I honor you for listening with your heart wide open. Before we continue, if this message touched something deep within you, consider leaving a like. That way, more souls like yours can be reached by this divine whisper. You're doing the inner work now, and that's everything. It's what unlocks the next part of your journey. Trust that every small step counts. Even the tears, the letting go, the prayers whispered into your pillow. Heaven hears it all. And your heart's cry is not going unanswered. Let yourself feel what you feel. But don't stop there. Ask the angels to show you what's next. They will. And when they do, be ready to act, to listen, to open the door when love knocks again, because it will, very soon. But before that moment arrives, you'll need to make one sacred decision. Before I reveal what the angel showed me next, I need to ask you something. If this message has touched your spirit in any way, have you already made sure you're subscribed to this channel? When you do, you're saying yes to divine alignment. You're giving permission for your angels to continue guiding you with clarity and signs. They've brought you here for a reason, and staying connected is part of the path. Take a moment now, check below. Are you subscribed? If not, do that before we continue. That's how your angels know you're open and ready. And if your heart whispered yes while reading this, gently tap the like button too. It's your way of saying, I received this. And you never know, your action may be the exact ripple another soul needs today. Now, listen with your spirit. The angel then showed me a vision of a woman, her hands trembling, not from fear, but from something deeper, surrender. She had done her part. She had cried, prayed, let go. And in the silence of one ordinary afternoon, her miracle began to unfold. Unexpectedly. That's what's coming for you too. But first, I must prepare you for something delicate. When the heart you're connected to begins to awaken, it can feel unstable at first. He may reach out and then pull back. He may test the waters with silence. Not because he's playing games, but because his soul is trying to process what yours has already sensed. That's when your grounding matters most. Don't chase. Don't freeze. Just stay in alignment. The angel said, her peace will be his anchor. And that's what you're learning to embody. That soft, magnetic presence that doesn't demand, but attracts. That doesn't beg, but invites. I saw the word readiness written in stardust. That's what you're stepping into now. And with it, you'll notice other shifts. Dreams will intensify. You may see his initials, hear his favorite song, or feel his emotions as if they're your own. That's not in your mind. That's energetic alignment. And the closer the reunion, the stronger the signs. But beware, there may be distractions too. Temporary connections that feel safe, but lack depth. The angels urge you not to settle. What's coming isn't shallow love. It's sacred, soul-level healing. Wait for that. Prepare for that. Because when it returns, it will ask more of you than before, but also give more than ever. Let me tell you something else the angel said. She must learn to trust without controlling. That means letting go of the timeline without letting go of the promise. Because the moment you stop trying to force it is the moment the energy becomes light enough for heaven to carry. If you've been feeling tired lately, emotionally or spiritually, that's not a sign of weakness. It's a recalibration. Your soul is being rewired to hold the level of love you once thought was too much. And with every passing day, your vibration is rising, quietly, invisibly, powerfully. I saw you standing at a doorway, hesitant, wondering if opening it would bring joy or more pain. But the angel stood behind you, whispering, she doesn't have to walk through alone. And you won't. Every step, every decision, every emotion, you'll be supported. If you ask, they'll show the way. And now, I ask you to reflect, what are you still carrying that you know deep down isn't yours anymore? A memory? A regret? A self-blame? These are the weights keeping your energy tied to the past. And the moment you set them down, the new path begins to reveal itself in full. There's something else. The person you still love is also growing. You may not see it, but it's happening. His heart is being softened in ways he doesn't yet understand. His ego is being chipped away. But for this love to flourish, both sides must come in truth, not pretending, not protecting, but present. That's why your inner truth matters now more than ever. If you still love him, own it. Not by chasing, but by anchoring. And if you're unsure, ask the angels for clarity. They will show you, not with words, but with peace. And peace is the clearest confirmation of all. Let's not forget what brought you here. A divine pull. That quiet nudge that whispered, you need to hear this. That's the voice of alignment. And when you follow that voice, doors open, healing flows, and what felt lost becomes found again, often in a way more beautiful than before. This isn't just a story about romance. It's about purpose, because soul connections come with missions, and the love you're tied to has a role to play in both of your destinies. That's why the enemy fought so hard to separate you. But heaven is not finished. The restoration plan is unfolding. You are not behind. You have not missed it. Everything is on schedule. Even the delays had divine purpose. Every tear watered something sacred. Every pause was preparation. And now things are accelerating. Quietly, rapidly, invisibly, until suddenly it all becomes clear. You're being asked to step into your light again, to radiate love, not desperation, to embody grace, not control. That's when he feels the difference. That's when his spirit recognizes the woman he once knew, but brighter, stronger, whole. And that's when the real reconnection begins. I know part of you is scared. Scared to hope again. Scared to open the door. But let me remind you, fear is not the end. It's the edge. And when angels are near, fear often signals you're standing at the threshold of something holy. So breathe. And take the step anyway. Soon you'll feel the shift. A message. A dream. An encounter. A moment that changes everything. Not because you forced it, but because you aligned with it. That's the magic of divine timing. It moves when the soul is ready, not a second before, and never too late. Your role now is to stay open, to stay soft but strong, to trust the signs, to release the rest. And if this message resonated, this is your moment to confirm it. Tap that like softly and let the universe know, I am ready. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. If your heart is still beating a little faster right now, it means the message was truly meant for you. And I want you to know, I don't take lightly the fact that you stayed. That tells me your soul is awake and listening. The angels see your openness, and that alone is already shifting the energy around you. If something in this message stirred you deeply, gently leave a like, only if it felt like we created a real connection here. That's how I'll know you were with me, not just listening, but feeling every word. And if you feel ready, leave a comment below answering this. What does your soul still hope for, even in silence? I'll be reading them with care. And if you feel this guidance helped you reconnect with something you had buried, I invite you, softly, with no pressure, to subscribe. That way, we can walk through this journey together, message by message, sign by sign. Because there is more, much more that the angels are ready to reveal. If this truly resonated with you, confirm it by typing 555 in the comments. That number will be our sign, yours and mine, that something sacred has been activated in your path. And before you go, there's a video waiting right here beside this one. It continues this exact conversation and brings even deeper insight into the next step your heart is preparing for. Click on it and meet me there. I'll be waiting.